That was the first thing drive. Ryan Mitchell felt an endless, silent darkness pressing around him like the cold walls of a forgotten tomb. His eyes opened slowly, fighting the blur until shapes began to sharpen. A dim white glow flickered overhead, revealing metallic panels, curved walls, and floating droplets of water suspended like tiny glass beads. He tried to reach for one, and only then did he feel it, weightlessness. He was drifting. A low alarm pulsed softly in the room. Life support deviation. Oxygen level stabilized. A mechanical voice echoed through the chamber. Ryan blinked, trying to force his mind to work. What is this place? Who am I? He searched for memories, but his brain felt fogged, wrapped in cotton. He pushed toward a mirror-like panel and froze. A man stared back at him. Tired eyes, pale face, a body thinner than he remembered. But he didn't remember much at all. He swallowed hard. Where am I? A screen flickered alive. Mission. Hail Mary. Objective. Save humanity. The words hit him like a shockwave. He pushed himself forward, bouncing awkwardly in the zero-gravity capsule until he reached a small console. His fingers hovered over the controls as the memories began to crawl back, slowly, painfully. A dying sun. A mysterious microorganism feeding on sunlight. A world collapsing into cold darkness. A desperate mission. He shut his eyes as one name finally reached the surface of his fractured memory. Astrophage. The organism that was draining the sun. The organism that could end humanity. He remembered now. Earth had chosen him. Drive. Ryan Mitchell, a brilliant but reluctant scientist, to command a mission no one was expected to survive. The Hail Mary. A journey to another star system where a potential cure existed. He inhaled shakily, the truth settling inside him like a heavy weight. He was humanity's last chance. Ryan floated down a narrow corridor leading to the control deck. The viewing window stretched wide before him like a portal into infinity. A star, brighter and bluer than the sun, burned fiercely in the distance. Tau Ceti. He leaned closer, awe mixing with dread. So I made it. The console blinked red. Crew status. Deceased. A cold shiver traveled down his spine. 2 other astronauts had been on board. 2 colleagues. 2 friends. Now gone. He swallowed the rising wave of grief and forced himself to focus. He still had a mission. And he was alone. Hours passed as he ran diagnostics. The ship was functioning, though barely. The fuel reserves were low, the power grid unstable, and the astrophage storage tanks were fluctuating. But something else pulled him from the data, a strange reading on the long-range scanner. A small object drifting in space. At first he assumed it was debris. But debris didn't change course. Debris didn't maneuver. Debris didn't come closer, deliberately. Ryan steadied himself, eyes narrowing. The object moved with intention. And then he saw it. Something impossible and yet undeniably real. A craft, metallic and asymmetrical, with a shimmering surface reflecting the light of Tau Ceti. It wasn't human. It couldn't be. The radio crackled. A sound. A pattern. Almost like language. Ryan's heart hammered. Hello. Can you hear me? The response came as a mixture of tones and rhythmic pulses. Not threatening. More like an attempt to communicate. He pulled up the frequency analyzer and tried again. I'm not here to harm you. Are you trying to talk? The alien craft rotated slowly, a circular hatch opening like a blooming flower. A figure emerged, silhouetted, multi-limbed, moving with surprising grace despite the vacuum of space. Ryan's breath caught. This was first contact. Not on Earth. Not with preparation. Not with peace treaties or scientists. Or diplomats. Just him. Floating alone in the void. A single human meeting an unknown being at the edge of a dying universe. The creature drifted forward, stopping meters from his ship. Its movements were slow, deliberate. Ryan forced himself to remain calm. He lifted a hand. The alien mirrored him. It was enough. He opened an airlock chamber, carefully, cautiously, and gestured. The alien hesitated, then followed, entering the small compartment where an environment equalizer activated. Atmosphere. Pressure. Breathable air. Just barely. The door opened. Ryan's chest tightened with fear and wonder. The alien stood before him, tall, with a body formed of interwoven strands of flexible material, like living cables. Its face had no eyes, but it turned toward him, sensing him in some other way. Then it produced a soft hum, followed by a sound almost like speech. "Friend." Ryan exhaled shakily. "Yes, friend." What followed was hours, maybe days, of effort to communicate. The being species, as Ryan later learned, called themselves the Eridorians. Their star was dying the same way Earth's was. Their enemy was also astrophage. They needed a cure, and Ryan needed one too. For the first time since waking, hope flickered inside him. They exchanged knowledge, energy samples, biological data. The alien, whom Ryan named Rock, became a partner, an ally, a lifeline. Together, they traveled to a nearby planet rich with mysterious life, searching for a particle the Eridorians believed could neutralize astrophage. The journey was perilous. Violent storms, magnetic fields that nearly tore the Hail Mary apart, and biological threats unlike anything Ryan had seen. But they persisted. They fought. They survived. And finally, they found it. A microscopic organism that preyed on astrophage, consuming it rapidly, harmlessly, and effectively. A cure. Ryan looked at Rock, hope shining in his eyes. "This could save your people. It could save mine." Rock placed a limb on his shoulder, an alien gesture Ryan had come to recognize. Gratitude. They prepared samples for both worlds. But before Ryan could begin his return journey, the ship's propulsion core destabilized. Turning back toward Earth meant risking total failure. Turning toward the Eridorians offered a chance for survival, but not for him to ever see Earth again. He faced an impossible choice. Save himself, or save humanity. Ryan chose Earth. He initiated the return sequence, the ship shuddering as engines flared. Rock tapped the glass of the airlock window, a farewell. Ryan pressed his hand to the glass. "Thank you, my friend." The Hail Mary shot forward, leaving the alien craft behind as it drifted toward its own homeworld with its share of the cure. Ryan strapped in, eyes fixed on the distant blackness where the sun, his son, waited, fading. One man, one mission, one desperate hope. As the engines roared and the ship hurled itself into the void, Ryan whispered into the darkness. For humanity. For the first time, he felt certainty, cold, unwavering certainty, that he might just save the world.